Job description for a Scrum Master. Have you done one of these yet? Was it easy? Was it hard? Did you just go to Indeed and find somebody else's job description and copy and paste? Well, regardless, we've got a video for you and also a template for a job description for a Scrum Master in the video description below. So hang out with us for a few minutes here as we walk through that template, have some discussion, and see if you can't learn some things. Hopefully your next job description for a Scrum Master will be much better.
Let's take a few things that you can put into a job description and kind of dissect them and what you want to do with them. I think the first thing that I think a lot of companies just overlook is start with why your company needs a Scrum Master in the first place. What does your company value? What are you wanting to achieve? Are you hiring a Scrum Master just because you have Scrum teams and the Scrum Guide says you have to have a Scrum Master? Or are you going through some major change effort and you need a Scrum Master to help shepherd you along or help drive that change? I think as you write the job description, that's going to be coming through either explicitly or just sort of between the lines, being able to help you connect your need for a Scrum Master to a larger purpose.
Do you really want a Scrum Master that's signing up for a job, or do you want a Scrum Master who wants to own the accountability? And I think that's where we go next here with the summary itself. If we can understand the passion, then the job summary may communicate a little more clearly what's expected as a result of taking this, quote, job. So a Scrum Master is not a project manager. They're not a Jira admin by default, by de facto. They're not the team boss. They're not the, and I hate using the phrase, but master of the Scrum team, which many people unfortunately think that's what Scrum Master is, and it's not. But mastery of Scrum does bring in a lot of context regarding leadership by way of helping and serving the team, and leadership by way of helping and serving the organization. That's a big deal.
Yeah, I think a lot of times you just see sort of this boilerplate of here's what a Scrum Master is. And, honestly, I can go to the Scrum Guide for that. I could look at a dozen different Scrum books for that. What does a Scrum Master do? But I think it's a job description is your chance to kind of help a Scrum Master see why are you needed in this particular context. And I think that's where the key responsibilities can come in. Another thing about the context are the frameworks in use. Obviously, with a Scrum Master, you're using Scrum, that makes sense, but are you combining it with anything? Is it a bit of Scrumban where you're combining Kanban and Scrum, or are some teams using Scrum, some teams Waterfall? Do they have to interface? Are there scaling frameworks involved like Nexus or Less or Safe? Like these are good things to put in the job description so that, the Scrum Master who's considering this role knows what they're getting into. And, you're not wasting your time with candidates that don't want to be in that environment. And hopefully you're attracting the candidates that do want to be in that environment.
If you're a heavy software company and everybody in the organization is integrated and part of this process, essentially at one time or another, they end up being a developer, you'll probably want somebody with some software skills. So educational-wise, qualifications might be nice if they had equal to education or experience that can quantify their ability to work in that space. Completely blind to the context or not understanding the context could be a recipe for not being able to empathize, listen, and really work with the team. So I'm a big fan of degrees. I know that there's a big question, does it make sense to have degrees anymore? But I'm a big fan. If anything, it shows that a Scrum Master is diligent to stick with the task of completing what they set out for. I think that in the modern day, that is a skill that is waning, that I think we still need to see that there is a sense of commitment and focus. And if a Scrum Master can demonstrate that by demonstrating they've completed a degree, that's a great start. But then there's certifications or professional training beyond what education can give you. You're not going to get a professional Scrum Master certificate or a certified Scrum Master certificate from college or university. Not happening yet. I think there might be a couple of exceptions out there, and I'm prepared to be lit up. However, that professional training can be extremely helpful. That paired with certification also demonstrates some commitment and focus to doing things well. Generically speaking, a Scrum Master who's willing to continuously learn, is not afraid of criticism, is willing to interact with those who have power and authority that can fire them, hire them, do all the things, that's going to be absolutely necessary. Let's just say the skills that are needed to be able to build a culture of safety for your team and those that are working with that team is going to be what we're looking for here.
What's really going to set a job description apart is if you think through what are the specific qualifications and behaviors we need right now. We're going to provide it, maybe you're even watching this video on our blog right now and it's just below, or if you're watching this on YouTube, you can find it in the job, in the, not the job description, in the video description. But, we would encourage you not to just take that boilerplate, copy paste it and put it in your job description, but it's pretty generic. So it's a good reference for you to get started with, right, Greg?
Yeah, this is by no means your answer to the job description, but hopefully it gets you thinking. And if you can include the key context items that are unique to your position, to your teams, and to your environment, that will give that Scrum Master the best chance to satisfy the accountability and honestly the best chance for you as an organization to have success using the Scrum framework. So make it your own. This is ours. This is just a template, something to get you started. And that is it. So in the spirit of empiricism, Jason, I think I'd be remiss to not ask our audience if you have things to add, critique. Maybe you've used this, but you've modified it in some way and you found success. We would love to hear about it. So inspection adaptation, if we can do this together, that's a win for everybody. Hopefully you found the conversation encouraging, maybe stimulating, and just hopefully we'll be able to help you get unstuck in creating that job description for the next Scrum Master that you need to hire.